Hello everyone. UPSC aspirant read newspapers for hours, but that hours of daily input doesn't give exact output which we require. In exam hall, we will look into questions and options are completely different than what we read in newspapers. That is because difference in approach what UPSC looks into from the news point of view to converting it to UPSC demand kind of content. That demand content is not available in newspapers, right? To fill that gap, we will introduce an stack, right? It involves news input, subject mapping, concept foundation of that, and finding out UPSC question logic in that content and increasing prediction signal. Okay, now we will look into how this NF stack can apply on every kind of dimensions like agriculture, botany, biology, biotechnology, technology, polity, agriculture, international relations, polity, economy, and all. Okay, first agriculture. Here the topic basmati rice. India is the world's leading exporter of basmati rice, right? And 75% destined to markets like Saudi Arabia, Iran, Iraq, right? And key exporters varieties are heavily sourced from Punjab, Haryana, and Uttar Pradesh, right? So this is what an stack layer is. Okay, basmati rice can be in news. So this is what the demand content is in agriculture topic. Next sample topic, art and culture segment. Early Chola period sculptures like here the Dakshinamurti and Vindhara Shiva were discovered in recently in Kaveri river bed. Okay, researchers also found that 10th century stone slab inscription which details regarding tax-free land during that period, money donations for lighting perpetual lamps at a nearby temple, right? Providing significant insights into historical religious patronage. Okay. Now, botany topic, lichens. It's a complex organism formed from symbiotic relationship between fungus and algal or cyanobacterium. Lichens are often mistaken for fungi, right? Now, this Subhash Chandra Bose Park is a lichen hotspot, very much important, right? This park is lichen hotspot. It plays a vital role as a biomonitoring agent. What is that agent? Owing to their sensitivity to air pollution and their capacity for carbon sequestration, act as air quality indicators. So, in prelims, they can ask that with reference to lichens, right? Subhash Chandra Bose Park is a hotspot. Next, it can be carbon sequestering agent. Okay. Next, environment and ecology. The topic Shaheen falcon, the non-migratory subspecies of peregrine falcon found in Indian subcontinent. Okay, is considered as vulnerable. Okay, distribution is found in South and Southeast Asia from Pakistan in west to India, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, central and southeastern China, northern Myanmar. So very interesting. It is not migratory. So question can be asked with regarding Shaheen falcon whether it is non-migratory or they can state it as a true statement like it is migratory species from this place to this place, and then they will see the distribution countries and in IUCN status. Okay, so NF stack will pre-empower you, right? Next, in biology segment, immune cells of the brain, microglia are the primary resident immune cells of the brain, acting as sentinel that maintain hemostasis, clear debris, and respond to injury or pathogens. So this is the role of the immune cells in brain. Okay. So immune cells in the brain names microglia, astrocytes, pervascular macrophages, meningeal immune cells. So these are the names of the cells with reference to immune cells of the brain. Okay. Next, geography segment. Strait of Hormuz, right? This is the place. This is a narrow channel where 30 miles wide at the narrowest point between Omani Moshandam Peninsula. So you have to see this. This is the peninsula, orange color peninsula, right? In that narrow channel of Strait of Hormuz. So we have to remember this peninsula name, right? It connects Persian Gulf to Gulf of Oman, right side, right? Very important. It is in news. Next, biotechnology. It's a mechanism to weaken TB bacteria, which is very, you know, big problem of TB bacteria, right? Here the FRET based biosensor is a molecular tool that uses Foster resonance energy transfer to detect, quantify, visualize biological molecule, right? New direction for drug resistance TB is it do targeting bacterial intracellular signaling pathways, which represents promising strategy for combating drug resistant tuberculosis. So the way they used to signal each other for growth, right? If you target that or you misdirect that signaling, there is a possibility that it can reduce its impact, right? It doesn't directly kill it, but weakens them because of weakening their communication system. And because of that, we can apply antibiotics. Technology, the Jiangximen Underground Neutrino Observator. So this is an experiment under construction in China with the primary goal of determining the neutrino mass hierarchy, the reactor antineutrinos, right? Very important this line. What they are doing actually. Here the polity section, Article 51A in Constitution of India. It says that to abide by the Constitution and respect its ideals, institution, national flag, national anthem. Second, to cherish and follow the noble ideals which inspired our national struggle for freedom. To uphold and protect the sovereignty, unity, and integrity of India. To safeguard public property and to obscure violence. Okay, very important. Now in economy, aluminum producer. China is the world's dominant aluminum producer, producing over 60% of the global supply. Key producing countries include China, India, Russia, Canada, and the UAE. Okay. Now national bodies in use, like Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas. So this time because of Iran-US-Israel war, this is in news. The Ministry of the Government of India responsible for exploration, production, refining, distribution, marketing, import, export, conservation of petroleum, natural gas, petroleum products, and liquefied natural gas in the country. So, this is the role of this Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas. So, in prelims, they can ask this Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas in one side, in another column, they will state the roles. It can be confusing. So, be clear what is the role of this body. Now, in international body segment of NF stack, the topic is the UN. For 2026, the UN has chosen rights, justice, action for all women and girls as the global theme for International Women's Day. Okay. In defense, one topic example, Operation Urja Suraksha. India launches Operation Urja Suraksha to safely extract 20 energy vessels from Persian Gulf. So you have to remember what is this operation. Reports India's carbon emissions in 2025 grew at slowest rate. Now why? What is the reason? Because the consumption of imported coal at the power plants fell by 20% in 2025. Okay, this is analysis by Center for Research on Energy and Clean Air. Very important. Who done this analysis? The remission of duties and taxes on exported products. It's a scheme section. This is a Government of India initiative launched in 2021 that refunds central, state, and local taxes, duties paid on inputs during production, which are not refunded under other mechanisms, right? Which replaces MEIS scheme to boost exports by making Indian goods more competitive. Okay. Sports. Now the 2026 AFC Women's Asian Cup, right? It's a quadrennial international football tournament in Asia competed by women's national teams in Asian Football Confederation, right? Australia was officially selected as the host nation by AFC Women's Football Committee on 15th May 2024. Okay. Now we have seen how NF stack can be applicable on all different dimensions by looking at each dimension with one topic, right? Now you can comment how you feel it in terms of efficiency and easiness in understanding the topics and your any other queries, right? So what we discussed today all are March 2026 based topics.